Hello and welcome to Blackburn Ice Arena, home of the Blackburn Hawks. Tonight I'm here with one of our newest signings, number 44, Max Drakeley. Max, how are you?
Good, thanks, yeah. Excited to be training again now.
Good. So, how did it come around you starting to train for the Hawks again? Because I know you said you'd always wanted to play again.
Well, Budsy obviously approached me in the summer because when Minotaurs got relegated last season, I think it was quite important to figure out what I was going to do at the start of this year, whether I was going to stay with them or try and pursue something with EPL. But thankfully, Budsy spoke to me pretty early on, sort of saying that he was ready to start a good team again. And obviously, I knew all the lads from before, so if the opportunity was to train during the summer, I was like, yeah, I'll definitely take it with you guys.
Yeah. And you were assistant captain of the Minotaurs.
Yeah.
So was that quite difficult last year because it was a tough season for them?
It was more difficult the season where, for example, we lost Jake in the middle of the year. So there was a lot of who's going to take the leadership, big sort of important player to lose. So last year when we only had like a few guys playing, we played like 3D. I was getting injured. It's only the first season that I didn't get like completely injured like I normally do. So yeah, it was tough, especially when you go to places like Billingham or Solway and you've got 9 players and 3 of them are under 18s. But there was still a good set of lads there that was all built together, and I think they're going to build from that this year anyway as the Aces.
So do you think you've got the morale side quite good then for this season, because I guess that was a big part of being in the Minotaurs last year?
Yeah, I mean it's a completely different ballgame when you're winning the whole time. We didn't even pick up a point, so morale can be low. So if you're good at picking it up and sort of making everyone feel good about themselves and still getting good training sessions and trying hard, then that's always a benefit. With the Hawks, it's a completely different atmosphere, because instead of trying to just get up from the last game that you lost, it's making sure you don't even drop a point for the season. So the training session's a lot more intense. It's a lot more structured around like getting the plays right and this kind of thing. So in terms of morale, I wouldn't have thought that I have to bring anything to the table. I think I just slot straight in basically.
And you've been playing for the Hawks. You used to play, didn't you? I think you were one of the youngest players at 14.
Yeah. I think Ollie still beats me for the lowest player ever played for the Hawks. I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that. But yeah, before the 16s weren't allowed to play for senior levels anymore. I played up from first year 16s to Hawks then, still with Bobby Haig, so it was a long time ago. And that was great. I got a lot of really good experience. And then when I went back to Manchester, I played senior level straight away. So the stuff that I gained at Blackburn really helped when I was going through the rest of the junior development and then playing seniors over there.
And what was it like playing as a 14-year-old with the Hawks compared to when you've trained now with them?
Obviously, it was completely new. I had no pressure on me whatsoever, which was really relaxing. It's not relaxing, but it's a great atmosphere to pick up things. So I've always had to play up throughout the age groups, and then when I was like 18, I was training with the Phoenix in Manchester. So that was again the same sort of step up in standard, especially because I was quite a big guy when I was 14. Now everyone else has just caught up with me, and I'm like one of the smaller defensemen in the team, I would have thought. So yeah, it was a huge benefit for my game. But like now that I'm back here, I've developed as a player. I know how I play, and I'm a lot more confident and comfortable in what I'm going to be doing this year.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you have played with quite a few of the players before. So is it nice to feel as though you slot in?
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing worse than coming to a new team and looking around the change room and having to make friends with loads of new faces. Yeah. So I just walk straight in, and obviously everyone's still happy to see me and this kind of thing. And it was the same last year, because obviously at the end of the matches playing the Hawks, you're shaking hands, everyone's like, oh, good to see you, this kind of thing. So yeah, it makes a huge difference.
Yeah, a lot more enjoyable for everyone, really.
Exactly, yeah.
So we've got first game of the season coming up against Viking. Friendly game. How are you feeling looking towards that? Well,
yeah. we'll see how friendly it is.
Yeah.
That's obviously the first biggest test, because the prep that we do now on the ice is important, but obviously you've got to get fitness up. And there's no real excuse for game time, as in like you can train for 60 minutes once a week or twice a week, and as soon as you get put into the game, you get an really intense match. So yeah, it's gonna be a challenge as well, especially because you're playing like European teams. They have a much quicker type of hockey. So I'm well looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah. How do you think the team will fare against them?
I think that as a team, it's important just to start bonding with each other. So there'll be a lot of new D pairings. There'll be a lot of forwards that haven't played with each other yet, or getting used to each other playing. So as long as you just try to put 100% effort in and start to feel the gel a little bit, it'll just boost us straight into the season.
Yeah, and I guess it's good practice when we get into the
Yeah.
league games as well.
Yeah. And also you got that Widnes game as well. So the Widnes
Yeah.
game on the Sunday, that back-to-back kind of like mentality that you've got to get up from feeling knackered after the Saturday and playing the Sunday is exactly what you need as prep for the game. So
It's going to be a long season.
yeah,
So
it'll be a long season. And
got to be ready for it.
especially when it comes to like January and there's this back-to-back double headers at the weekend. So it's good to get the fitness up now, basically.
It should be good.
Yeah.
So one last thing, you said in your interview on the website that you've had a few taunts from Harry. So are you looking forward to not having that anymore and maybe making friends with him?
Well, I don't want to go anywhere near the penalty box anymore. So that was the issue, just being near the penalty box. And again, Blackburn is horrible, especially because you get to see your team getting beaten all over the place by 5-on-4. So yeah, there was more the damage to the team that was annoying me about Harry instead of anything else. But yeah, it should be nice. It's fine. I can get used to him being on our side this time.
Yeah, you make friends with him.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, well I think that's about it. So thank you for taking time out to talk.
No worries.
And I'll let you get to training.
Thank you.
Thank you.